A major update. Albert has a new pitch. Charlie Morton is named as a potential big bust. And this man is already impressing in spring training. Hello, everybody. I'm Jon Leiberman. This is Orioles Digest. You know what the goal is. The goal is 1983 World Champs. The goal is to get back there. Like, subscribe. We're here with all of your updates. You may know me from True Crime TV. You may know me from The Howard Stern Show, or you may know me as an avid Orioles fan my whole life. I used to sit in the upper deck of Memorial Stadium with a tape recorder and do a play-by-play back when John Miller and my old friend Tom Marr were the guys on the call. But let's talk about now and the big news today. Number one, I told you the other day that I believed that Sagano is going to be the key to the Orioles season. I'm going to give you the update there. And the big storyline is everybody's talking about the young stars. Of course they are. Of course they should be talking about Gunnar and Adley, etc. I propose to you today, it's the old guys on the Orioles who are going to dictate how far this team goes. The old guys. Let me explain, and let me start with Yuki Sagano. This man, I told you the other day, I believe if he can do the things he did in Japan, which I believe he can and will, a 2.43 ERA when he was over there, almost 1,600 strikeouts, 136 and 74, pitching triple crown, basically two-time Cy Young winner for what they have over there, Gold Glove 3 times, and now there's this. After a bullpen session, Gary Sanchez, Orioles backup catcher, I'm going to quote for you, said, "Perfecto. Everything was easy. He looked great." Music to the ears of Orioles fans. Sagano walks into camp and looks great. Thank goodness. Let's hope it keeps up. Sagano, at 35 years of age, is obviously no youngster. Let's turn to another 35-year-old who I propose to you is going to be another major key to the Orioles' success this year. And that is, we're going to get to him. There he is, Albert Suarez. Let me tell you about Suarez. This guy's 35 years old. He's been through everything. I mean, a dozen teams, a Rule 5 guy, so impressive last year. And now there is this. He has come up with a new pitch. I'm going to quote for you. He says it's kind of between a cutter and a curveball, kind of like a slider. So if Suarez adds a slider, it'll be the 5th pitch in his repertoire. It's about 83 miles per hour, about 4 ticks faster than that curveball, slower than the cutter, and it could really, really be something that he can utilize. Now, look, obviously, there's no clear place right now for him in the rotation, right? Because the rotation, at this point at least, is locked up, barring injuries. And then at the All-Star break, hopefully we have Kyle Bradish and Tyler Wells coming back. But think about this. If Suarez can be nearly as effective as he was last year in long relief out of the bullpen, think about what that could mean for the Orioles. And I want to take a look. We're going to get to Charlie in a second, but I do want to take a look at Albert's stats from last year. 32 games, 133 innings with 108 Ks, an ERA sub 4. And look, he was outstanding. I mean, particularly in the beginning part of the season when he posted that 2.5 ERA through June. Hitters did start figuring him out in July. And then, of course, he fell off. I mean, there's no, way to candy cut it, or, there's no way to candy coat it, rather. In the 4 July starts, he allowed 23 hits and 15 runs. But that's the whole reason why Suarez is, in fact, developing a new pitch, because we saw the trajectory. We saw him fall off after the All-Star break. So what better way than to come back with a brand new pitch to keep people on their toes? Speaking of the old guys, so we talked about Sagano, 35. We talked about Suarez, 35. You have Charlie Morton, of course, and Charlie is 41. And Charlie is getting a lot of bad press. And I want to start with this headline. The former Braves starter, according to Bleacher Report, Joel Reuter, great reporter, said that Charlie Morton will be one of the biggest busts of this season. Okay? And if you dig into what he really said, he kind of couched it a little bit. He said, yeah, he's going to be, a big bust. And here it is. At 41, Morton is still a capable back-of-the-rotation workhorse. But the Orioles signed him to try to ease the loss of Corbin. I take a little issue with that. I mean, yes, ease the loss, not replace Corbin, obviously. Things started trending in the wrong direction after the All-Star break last year when he logged a 4.37, and then, of course, he had the finger issue that kept him out of action in October. So all of that being said, okay, you're going to say he's a potential bust. I say he's not. I say he's going to come back. He's healthy, looks healthy in spring so far, and I think he is going to anchor the back of that rotation, and his job becomes much easier if your studs, if your Graysons, and if your Zach Eflins, and if Sagano is who he looks like he's going to be, and if Dean Kramer is still consistent, takes a lot of pressure off of Charlie. And really, if you look at his statistics holistically, which we're going to do here, the numbers are what you would expect of a back-end pitcher. 167 Ks in almost the same innings pitched, ERA a shade above 4, Charlie Morton can still pitch. And so what I submit to you is this 35-year-old with a new pitch, this 41-year-old healthy, and this 35-year-old looking, as Gary Sanchez said, perfecto. I think it's the old guys who are the key to how far this Orioles team goes. Okay? Each of those three is an integral part of the Orioles and will be an integral part of their success, especially because this is a team built on depth and no longer that clear kind of number one ace, that name, even though we do believe Grayson and Zach will hold down the 1 and 2 spots in a very effective way. But again, I said it 2 days ago or 3 days ago, Sagano is going to dominate. He's going to be a key to this rotation. Mark my words. And again, you got to count on the old guys for the Orioles. The young guys are going to bring it. It's going to be up to the old guys to see how far they can take the Orioles. I'm Jon Leiberman. This is Orioles Digest. Please like, subscribe, do all the things, and I'll see you soon.